Within the first few months of first grade, Miss Gaffney, who would write me letters since I was the only first grader reading and writing at a third grade level, called my parents. "Your daughter is bright. She's advanced even, but she spends so much of her time crying. Is there something going on at home?" My parents responded, "Oh, she's just sensitive. She's always been sensitive. That's just who she is." I spent most of my first year hysterically crying on school buses, sleeping in ball baskets at recess, and only getting myself together enough when it was absolutely necessary. When Miss Gaffney began keeping me inside during recess and using our letters to ask me more and more prodding questions about my home life, I knew that I had to stop crying, at least in public, and get better at playing along. One day, I decided to start going to the bathroom multiple times a day to cry to myself. I would fake a smile to get through class, I would sleep on the bus rides to and from school, and then I would go home and cry myself to sleep while my parents thought I was enjoying a good book in solitude. This behavior became the status quo for me to get by while drowning alive. I got good grades. I acted as expected, so no one took note of how much I was eating, sleeping, and crying in my room, all alone. By sophomore year in high school, the school counselors called my parents with a different point to get across. Although Jamila is doing fine in school, she's able to confide in me this morning that she often daydreams about killing herself. She even has a plan to do it. If you could please come up to the school immediately and... No, I don't know how long this has been going on, but according to her, she says she's always been sensitive. It took 10 years before I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety disorder, mood disorders that have impacted my holistic health and social interactions throughout the course of my educational career. But it wasn't believable. I couldn't be black and a woman and depressed. I had to pick a struggle. Besides, I was doing fine in school, much better than the other kids, so I must have been happy enough to get through it. And isn't depression just a phase? As educators, we need to understand that our students are not children to fit into boxes. They are people, and as people, our students will never be simple or easy to understand, and most importantly, they will never fit the labels we are so used to assigning to them. When we look at our students, we must look at them from every possible perspective during their bad days and their good days. Some flames burn quieter than others, and it is our job to look for smoke no matter how deep in the forest it may hide. In sophomore year, someone saved me. But sophomore year is a long time to wait to be saved. Now, I use my experience as guidance and meet every student with the understanding that they are going to reveal to me who they are and what they need, and that I, as their teacher, just need to be aware and listening. We, as teachers, just need to be aware and listening.